Welcome everyone, this is Great Shirt Guy, rocking Great Shirt as always, and we're going to be doing some more content on the channel. What content are we doing? It's Magic the Gathering related. So I played Magic the Gathering back in high school and recently got back into it. It's just something else to do, something else to socialize with, because although I do love Warhammer 40k and I really enjoy World of Warcraft, those two not as social here. Not as many people play Warhammer 40k. And the people that do play Warhammer 40k just didn't bring their armies with them because they're only here for a year. But there are a bunch of people that do play Magic the Gathering, especially a bunch of people I work with. There's about like 8 or 9 of us that recently got back into it. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to be adding some more content to the channel. I ordered some booster boxes, and I'm going to plan on doing some booster box openings. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. As far as Warhammer 40k content is concerned, 8th edition is on its way, and I just heard a rumor, not confirmed yet, but I heard a rumor that the new 8th edition starter set with Space Marines and Death Guard Chaos Space Marines is coming out the 14th of June. That'd be interesting. So I should be getting my booster boxes in next week. They shipped out yesterday. Well, they shipped out 2 days ago. I ordered Amokets 2012 and 2015. So when those show up, I'll do those in May. So that'll be something to keep me busy. And then, oh yeah, 8th edition will drop this time instead of going digital, because I bought a bunch of digital codexes, and now the 7th edition and previous codexes are not usable in 8th edition, which is kind of lame. But it seems like 8th edition is going to streamline codexes. Not sure if they're going to I'm not sure if codexes are going to be every army has a codex like it's been in the past, or if they're going to do what it kind of sounds like is, excuse me, Imperium, Chaos, and Xeno might be blocked together in like 3 bigger books, and hopefully those bigger books will be released like once a year or something like that. Not super frequent, maybe once every 18 months or something, but it seems like the core rule book is having a lot of data sheets. That's kind of what it sounds like, which looks pretty cool. There's a lot of controversial changes with the 8th edition about movement and weapon stats, and how pretty much anything can kill anything. And someone's like, oh, I'm going to take down a Land Raider or Knight with a bunch of guardsmen with las guns. And they said, well, you're going to need about 500 of them. And someone's like, watch me. I will bring 500. So I think that's kind of cool. Oh, and also interesting, like, you can't get locked in combat. You always have now, if you don't get sweepingly advanced, and obviously all the rules are not out yet, but this is just kind of what I'm reading. If you don't get sweeping advanced, let's say guardsmen, you have a firing line, assaulters are coming towards you, you're firing at the assaulters. Let's say they get into combat, and you're starting to lose a few guys, but you hold, like you don't completely get wiped out. You can on the next turn fall back, break out of close combat, letting other units shoot into the unit that you are being falled back. But you can also fall back. It sounds like you can almost fall back and still shoot as you're falling back, but that could just be me reading into it and thinking that would just be super cool. So until the full rules are out, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. So yeah, 8th edition looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to buy any more models unless Plastic Sisters Battles come out. I don't really plan on buying any more models this year. But I still have plenty of models to paint. I've got those purple Space Marine or purple Blood Angels that I have to paint. I did that Mephiston model, so go ahead, check out that video if you want to see an alternate blue Mephiston, which I think is pretty cool, or Mephiston, however you pronounce it. And I had the yellow Death Company I want to paint. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do painting videos, so you can see me step by step go through the painting. It's kind of weird the way my apartment, the furniture that came with my apartment, and like what I want to buy. I just don't really want to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm only going to be here for another 8 more months. So it's just kind of where I can set my camera. I don't have a woodworking shop around here to set up a rigging to mount my camera to, and I don't want to go buy a whole bunch of expensive camera rigging just to mount my camcorder to. So we'll figure out how I'm going to do the angles for the painting videos, but at least the painting showcases, like when I finish a cool model, I'll probably do a painting showcase about a minute or two in 4K, because that looked really nice. It almost looked too good to where you can see all the imperfections in my paint job, which you get if you get a little too close to a model. Because I paint slightly above tabletop standard, and for some of my models, I try to put more time into them. So yeah, so that's the Magic the Gathering is coming in. We're going to do some booster box openings. So we're gonna and then we got Warhammer 40k. We're gonna be doing maybe a few painting videos of that. Maybe discuss 8th edition when the rulebook comes out. That'd be kind of cool. And as far as like video game content, Warhammer or World of Warcraft, may have mentioned. I don't remember. I've tried to record this so many times. World of Warcraft is. I stopped raiding just because of the raid schedule for the summer and the way daylight shifting. They raid too late now, so I couldn't commit to raiding. And I haven't really wanted to do the leveling series for the Rogue in a while. Just really haven't been motivated to get back into it because it's a lot of like voice work, and I've been constantly sick because here they have something called yellow dust, which is a natural product of the sands in Mongolia. So the sands and the winds of Mongolia flow over across China. Now China's got the large industrial factory base, so as the sands move over China, all that soot and chemicals and toxic buildup come into the sand, and then it floats across South Korea. Not to mention the smog from Seoul, like because of the vehicles and the production facilities and the steel foundries and everything from Seoul. So all that air pollution kind of mixes up into a frenzy, and then it floats in over, and you get particulates of over 200 parts per million, which anything below 50 is considered normal, but anything like up to 200 is considered severe, and people wear masks. But the problem is I still have to run every day, or still have to run consistently. I got to keep with my fitness so I don't get super huge. So I do go out and run. I do go out and try to be active, but I'm getting a few more like throat issues than normal. So don't really want to do a lot of World of Warcraft recording right now. If I'm feeling good and I'm feeling happy and I got a couple hours, I'll totally do that. So that's where we are in World of Warcraft content. I've been looking at Terra Online as maybe getting back into it casually. Recently, as far as non-YouTube channel related, I started volunteering in an animal shelter because I can't really have pets here, and I'm not sure if I can take any pets to... I mean, I could have pets. I can have a cat in my apartment, but since I might not be able to take pets with me to Japan, or not easily, because I don't know if they're going to let me have pets there, I didn't want to get an animal here, even though I would love one, and then not be able to take it with me. So I decided I'm going to volunteer at the animal shelter about 2 days a week, and at least I get to interact with the cats there. They do have dogs there, but I like to interact with the cats, give them... it seems like they're not as played with as often as the dogs. So that's kind of what's going on with me and with the channel. All right, so before the train completely derails into thought, consciousness, whatever, I'm going to go. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Tune in, hit the subscribe button, and hope you guys come back for some Magic the Gathering unboxings and Warhammer 40k. And if I do restart the World of Warcraft series, or if I continue along and you enjoy that content, see you guys around. Goodbye.